Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Happy Sadguruvar. We offered Bhog to Baba. Now we'll be listening from Mohini Didi, Bab Dada sharing, and then the series continued. Today is for January 8, Raazyukt Maturity. Now we'll be listening from Mohini Didi.
Today in subtle regions, when I was taking drishti from Baba, Baba's drishti was beautifully kind of expanding and taking the shape of a big canopy. Very, very beautiful rays. And it looks so beautiful that Baba's drishti, rays of love and light, was above all of us in form of a big, big canopy. And of course, we all were very, very happy when we saw above us a beautiful canopy. Very, very beautiful. It's golden color. And then Baba personally shared drishti with me. And I said, Baba, I brought Bhog on behalf of the family. Baba gave drishti to Bhog, accepted with lot of love. Then Baba said that Baba is world benefactor and children also are master world benefactor. So I was looking at Baba because when he said you are all master world benefactor, so Baba said, yes, tell all the children, all are world benefactor. Even some might not have the thought that I have to serve the world, but actually everyone, because of love for Baba. And also Baba said, there are two special powers which children have. One is power of purity. And power of purity is in every child. And that power is bringing benefit to the world. Of course, preparing for the new world, but even now, this power of purity, Baba said, is bringing benefit to the world. Every thought, Baba said, when it's from the purity, pure heart, pure feelings, then that thought gets accomplished. It can never go waste. So use the power of purity. And when it becomes purity as your nature, then every thought is a pure thought. And pure thought has siddhi, means it will get accomplished. And secondly, you have power of yoga, soul consciousness, remembrance of Baba. And Baba said, power of yoga keeps you free from obstacles. So both powers are bringing benefit to the world. And Baba is very pleased to see that each child is making good efforts. Then I said, Baba, we are also doing homework for 31 days to follow footsteps of Brahma Baba, to follow Brahma Baba. And Baba was smiling, looking at all of us. And Baba said, yes, children want to be like Brahma Baba, so they want to follow. But then Baba said there are some children. Baba said, yes, some are becoming and making effort to be like Bab Saman. But some still think that will it be possible for us, for me to be Bab Saman. So still their relationship with Baba is to receive blessings. They want blessings. So Baba definitely gives blessing to every child. There are some, they want to remain close to Baba, but still don't think that they can be like Baba. Baba said Baba had authority of knowledge. He was very detached and lovely. And you children also have all knowledge, right? But when you change knowledge into practical life, then the authority is very natural. And then you will also become detached and lovely. And then Baba was saying that how always remember being children of world benefactor, every scene of drama brings some benefit to you. Baba said that you can experience those benefits, and actually you should write those benefits. Like before, many children thought they have to run around, they have to do this and uh, go out, sometimes even for class. But now Baba has given you time. So use that time for your study, for preparing yourself. And of course, all the children have love for service. Everyone wants to do service. So Baba says, continue to do service, whatever way you think, whatever methods you all have. So children are actually, Baba said, preparing themselves to be worthy and to be Bab Saman. So, of course, as you all know that it is through Avyakti Bab Dada, the meeting takes place in subtle regions. So Baba, Brahma Baba is there. So it's very interesting that how Baba opened his arms and said, Baba said, children, each one of you, you're always safe in Baba's arms. You are very cooperative souls. You are always thinking about Baba's task. So Baba wants to give not only blessings but congratulations. Only always remember to keep courage. Keep courage and be consistent. When you have courage and you are consistent, you will find that you are very, very near to accomplish your aim, and that is to become like Baba. Then I said, Baba, there are many souls, so someone's birthday and different reasons they gave lots of love for you and also were offering hope to you. Baba said to give love remembrances to everyone and tell that when you think of Baba or think of offering Bhog to Baba, your thought reaches Baba. I said, but still I have to tell because they told me. Baba says, yes, you tell everyone Baba's love remembrance and Baba's blessings to everyone. Om Shanti. So we all doing our homework, good practice since Amrit Vela. And I think we are also enjoying it and feeling the difference. We feel more close to Baba. We find everything is easy. And because mind and intellect are so engaged that there are no waste thoughts, no useless thoughts, right? So we all are happy to do our homework. And it is becoming more easy and natural. Our understanding is growing. So today we are looking at the quality of maturity. Generally, it's a kind of Lokic term, Lokic word, maturity. But here, the maturity which we are talking about in Baba is his stability, achal. Emotionally being stable in the sense of Baba's so many different children go through so many different stages. Many different challenges come for the task and in yagya. But he was always very achal or stable. So it's not like there are so many fluctuations happen in children because of lack of maturity. But with Baba, it was never fluctuation. And also with that stability, the responsibility which Shiv Baba gave him to lead the task, the establishment of the new golden aged world, Baba constantly was playing part in a very, very responsible way. In a very natural way, he was playing part as an instrument of God, as a chariot of God. So responsibility was very, very natural in Baba. For everything he felt, he has to do it. We saw so many pictures of him doing karma yoga. It's just to inspire children, encourage children, also teach them. I know when I went to Madhuban, I had to learn so many things. Little, little things. One time I remember someone went, well, generally we used to get a bucket of water and then tumbler and we will take bath with that. Someone must have come out and then left some soap on the floor, no? Didn't clean it properly. So another person went, not only saw it, they didn't notice and fell. So naturally, Baba came to know. And I learned that how now, even if I come out from anywhere, I say, is it okay? Is it clean? Is it just, it becomes respect for nature and the person. Respect for nature in the sense you're not wasting anything. And it was so much in Yagya from very beginning. Take food as much you can eat. You can get second time, but don't waste it. Like before, we will just take anything as much we want. So each one of us really got to learn so much, but also very sensible. Because whatever knowledge we learn, we practice, we keep becoming sensible. It could be Tirkaldarshi, knowing what to do, what will be the consequences, what will be the reward. One of the important thing what we all learned is relationships. When we have relationships, then how we are loveful, we are sweet. And really, really, communication was one big thing I learned. It started communication with Brahma Baba, but then with Yagya, with our own work, task, administration, because nobody has to waste thoughts. No? If I don't communicate, what happened? Is this happening, not happening? So someone else, so many thoughts go waste. One time Dadi Janki or somebody, one of the seniors said, okay, you are free from thought, but what about if others get thought of what is not done properly or is not completed? Because that also becomes burden for you, on you, no? Because it's because of you. It's like making us feel responsible and sensible. And of course, with his experience as a jeweler, as with a big family, he was mature. But there are many people, they get a lot of tension and stress. And I never saw Baba feeling pressure or stress of any kind. So that is why his face was smiling. And until and after 33 years, somebody saw him after 10 years or so. Baba is same. He looks same. So there is this deep within the lightness which kept him very cheerful, very cheerful. So many, many such qualities were in Baba, and of course, all of us, those who came in contact by looking at Baba, we learned a lot. We had been thinking so much about Brahma Baba that for me, all the saints, when I was there with Baba, just keep emerging beautifully and helps me also to remain very light and very, very free from any tension, because Baba said, no, use pure thought, power of yoga. That's what we all have to do more and more. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, dear Didi Mohini, and good evening, everyone. Always happy to have a new quality to look at, maturity. And then if you realize, but you associated three words beautifully: sensible, responsible, and stable. And they rhyme. So sensible, responsible, and stable, that you use for describing maturity. Yesterday you told us that Brahma Baba was very introverted, but not serious. Would you agree that the equivalent for maturity is to be mature, but not boring? Because sometimes maturity can be seen as, serious as well, but also someone always come with something so mature that others may find it a little bit boring. So how do you keep maturity in such a way that others don't feel that we are a little bit boring?
Maturity is more like you are deep in, introverted and deep, but also there is a lot of joy, lot of joy. And because of that joy, you are happy. So Baba also had a lot of humor, I don't know how many of you know that he used to really, really make us laugh, and things they will do. When I remember I went first time, just to make us kind of laugh also. Dadis, of course, they were sisters at that time, and Baba, I don't know if I should say, but they will do like April 1st is very common in India.
I think you should say, we want to know so we can do mature jokes.
So, as I said, that when there is happiness and joy, even if you are kind of deep person in the sense you are introverted, but even if you are introverted because you are so happy, joyful, and that brings happiness. Whatever you do, you will do with happiness. If you have to serve food, you will do with happiness. If you have talked to someone, the joy and happiness was natural atmosphere of yajna. You didn't feel like, oh, you gone in this very serious place or nobody is talking. It was beautiful, no? What I'm saying, lot of joy. We used to play, make good food. Everything was very joyful. whole energy was joyful. Even it was, as I said, deep or mature.
And on
Yeah,
April 1st?
yeah. So you get nuts, and then in nuts you find some of the nuts are of the wood. No, pistachio, almond. Because in Jaipur, must be everywhere, they sell these all nuts for decoration. So it's like, oh no, this is not what I. It's just to make it fun, make you happy. Lot of little things. I won't go in detail.
Why you won't go into details? Are you concerned we might
Because,
start doing the same thing?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That you all might copy and say, oh, let's do that. Baba used to do, or that is used to do. Yeah.
I heard he used to play. He was very playful, right? He used to surprise sometimes sisters or others, and he will have fun himself of seeing other people being tricked or having fun as well.
I that because it was all behind him in the sense of they planned it before, so you don't know what was his. Oh, he will see us laughing, and but then also he said sometimes that you shouldn't make sound while laughing, right? But when something like that happened, you laugh loudly. But I said no, deities only smile; they won't laugh. So it was on one side they want you to laugh, and other side there should be no sound. So it was very tricky to.
Is it a little bit that the balance is between a little bit like Baba described, being a master and a child? Is it that you found that Brahma Baba was always, there was a little boy in him, there was still a little Kumar or a little younger personality that was like a child personality like?
Baba's age and his face, because he always said, I remember what I am going to become tomorrow. He used to say, little mischievous Sri Krishna, Muchnu. And so in History Hall, on one side, there was translate of Sri Krishna. Tomorrow, I am going to become this. And I tell everyone, even that if you become aware, I'm getting old, so your face looks old, your body. But if you remember what I'm going to become tomorrow, as Baba used to say, I really love that whole concept of tomorrow I will be like little Krishna or little Radha. So his face also was very much like a child, I feel, in the sense of very fresh, no wrinkles, and always kind of not laughing, but about to laugh. That means very, very big smile on his face. So that's for true that he always said, I'm going to become like little Krishna tomorrow. So Krishna is beautiful, attractive. So Baba had that charisma in his not personality but his face also. Inspires all the old aged people to keep looking at Brahma Baba so that they can remain young also.
You mentioned the quality of maturity is a little bit different than in the Laukic term. And sometimes for Laukics, we think we become mature just with age. And if you become old, you just become mature. Is it the same with Brahmins? We have to wait a couple of 50 years to become mature, or can you give shortcut to the younger, those who are in younger bodies, how they can become mature?
I think maturity is a quality which is also from young age, and I don't know, I can tell about myself that I was teenager, all that, but I looked very mature. And that is why I was given a big task of this and that. But there are there are two things. One is to be childish, and one is to be childlike. So you are innocent and childlike, but also mature. There could be both personalities since childhood. But some are childish, that means they're not enough sensible. So suddenly they will say something which doesn't sound very good according to the time. But there are some since childhood, they are very sensible by seeing where, what, how to say or do something properly. So I think it's a quality thing, can be since childhood. So, but also, as I said, it's not one needs to grow very fast, it should be natural. And so maturity and being a child is a very, very beautiful balance.
Do you
I
remember
think,
days of your
yeah,
childhood when you were like that a little bit?
I must say, because the way I was seen, the way I was respected, the way the task I was given. Sometimes I used to say, there are so many bigger ones, why they don't get it? And then I realized that their trust was there because of maturity. Definitely.
Time is such a strange entity. When I came to know you, I was 21, and you were already much more mature than me. But you were younger at the time than me today, and I cannot imagine how this is possible. But at the time when I was 21, I looked to you as, someone very old, very mature, very senior. The age gap seemed very, very big. And I didn't realize today I will be even older than how old you were when I met you. So how did you feel? How did you experience your maturity growing? Because you must remember when you were in your 20s or 30s, you were not the Sister Mohini we know today, with all your age of experience. So how is the little Mohini a little bit more childlike?
Oh.
Oh.
Because, like one thing I like is innocence. And I know when people used to say us in Delhi or later on that when you sit on the stage, nobody will know that you will talk for an hour and say so many sensible things and a lot of experiences. So, because then that means you can maintain your innocence, but also you can continue to grow, mature, and also, people start saying that wisdom also grows with the time. So it's the experiences and doing so many kinds of service. I remember when Dadi Janki, whenever there was something like, there was something she won't follow, like we had publishing house, we had IT, she will say, you can do that. You just then tell me. No, if she has to approve some budget. She said, you understand, you let me know. So I realized that by taking new assignments, different assignments, and I don't know how Dadi knew that I could do it. Every time I say, Dadi, but this is what I don't know. Oh, you can do it. Every time I say, you can do it. So it was their trust, or maybe my part, gave me quite a lot of experience. And then in Delhi, even I was young, there were 7, 8 centers I will go around. And so responsibility also was from very beginning. And it keeps growing. And of course, a lot of travel, knowing people from all culture, languages. But with everyone, I feel really so comfortable, whether whatever language, whichever country, the feeling of belonging, feeling of my brothers and sisters. So I think all this maturity grows with the experience. So at this time, like there is a lot of experience which helped me to understand people and to, also a lot of deep learning about what is to be neutral and how to see that everyone is happy. A lot of subtle aspects also is learned with the time.
When you remember Brahma Baba's quality of maturity and you look at yourself becoming more and more mature, you mentioned maturity being connected to sensibility or being sensible, stable, responsible. But do you think there's an awareness that generates maturity? Is it the awareness of the task, the awareness of one's own responsibility that create that maturity, or what will be the awareness connected to maturity?
I think that, let's say, task is given to you and you take responsibility that, yes, I will get it accomplished. So if you keep to commitment, the maturity will come. And then trust of others grow. Because I remember for Peace Village, Dadi Prakashmani came for inauguration. After inauguration, I gave her keys. And I said, Dadi, give to someone because if I have to travel 7 months of the year, I can take care of Peace Village. Dadi gave me very powerful drishti. Because we trust you, that's why we bought it. Because one thing I had always kept, whatever I have to start, I never like to give up, in the sense of many situation came even for Peace Village. Let's see, let's move forward. I have that kind of energy where I won't drop anything. Even simple physical things. We had a very big piano in Peace Village. We had to remove that. And everyone said it will never come out of door. I said, but it came in, so if it came in, it must go. There must be a way. And you will be surprised we were able to get. Like I always feel that yes, we can do it. I can do it. We all together can do it for every task. So that makes it easy for others also. So then I think of Brahma Baba that why he felt everything is easy because of his maturity. Now, awareness, I think it's all quality of, what should I say? Of course, it should come. One is God's task, but even otherwise, you know, I think maybe it is we come with those sanskars. But awareness definitely is that I should not give up. I should accomplish it, get it done. Nothing is impossible. That feelings.
Because sometimes Baba tells us that we have to become mature and we shouldn't be too sensitive, and that there should be a maturity in the personality. And you must have seen many times younger Brahmins lacking maturity, and so it is something we can grow and acquire.
Yeah, it's very, very important. It's sometimes difficult to answer these questions because when you are not that, it takes time to understand why others are, like for me, if anyone criticizes me, I'm never, doesn't affect me. I'm not upset. Rather, I say, well, thank you, you told me. But if I find I don't have that, what she's saying, then I will say thank you. That's that person's habit. So, but there are some people, they can't take criticism. As soon as you say a single word, that's it. So they react very much. I think everyone should practice little more soul consciousness because as a young Brahmin, I practiced a lot of, Brahma Baba used to tell us for 1 hour, just think I am immortal soul, then think that I live in Paramdham, come to play part. A lot of practice of soul consciousness can help us where we can be more stable and mature. You
Just to
getting
finish,
any thought?
yeah, to finish, I'll tell you an image, and you tell me if you feel this is I'm going in the right direction. But when Baba keeps telling us, be soul conscious, remember me, and he has told us a million times, I feel that my Brahmin life is a little bit like the life of a mango. And in a sense, like Baba gave us a seed when we're young, and he says, this is a seed of a mango, and if you plant it and you nurture it, one day you will become a mango. And so we all look at that seed and say, I don't know. And so we put it in the ground. And then he said, just repeat, I'm soul conscious, I'm a soul, I remember Baba, and then you'll become a mango. And you will live in the mango world, and everybody will be like a mango. There will be palaces of mangoes, and it will be mango land. I said, okay. And so the whole life of Brahmin is to put the mango in the ground, put soul consciousness, and then the tiny little thing comes out, and many leave Gyan because they say, that's it. He told me there was a mango, but look, this is tiny little, sprout. It's not a mango. So we lose a few Brahmins. Those who are continuously making efforts, they keep watering the plant grows. They say it still doesn't look like a mango, but it is growing. And I'm talking like 10 years in Gyan. And so some say, well, there's still no mango. So I leave Gyan. So others keep watering, and then suddenly strange things happen. And they say, you see, it looks like a mango. But I say, no, it doesn't look really like a mango. So we keep going. We are 40 years in Gyan, or 35 years in Gyan, maybe in my case at the moment. And then you finally see the mango and say, it looks like a mango. But one day it smells like mango. And I'm wondering if that is not maturity. When we start smelling mangoes and we're living mangoes ready for mango world. So I feel I'm starting to smell mango now. Maybe this is maturity,
I'm sure many will take benefit from this example. So that's very, very good. Yes. But actually, shouldn't take that long from
No?
seed to mango. Anyway,
We
see,
used to
every
there was a joke. We used to
whatever
say
way.
the daddies are cooked. Some used to say, oh, daddies, they are cooked. One day I was in front of Daddy Janki waiting for a meeting. And there were two daddies. I don't remember. I was young in Gyan. And on that day in the Murli, Baba said, if you want to ask a good question, ask, what effort are you making? And this is good for conversation. So I thought I would be smart. And the two daddies were on the swing in front of Daddy's room. And I thought I will be smart. So I said, daddies, what efforts are you making? And they started laughing. And they went laughing. And they said, we don't make efforts anymore. We're done. We're enjoying Brahmin life. There's no effort. And I thought, I must have missed something in the Murli. I don't know what happened. I come. And I felt, Denise told me at that time, but they are cooked. They're already, in a way, they are mangoes. They're already ripe. So, but for me, it took me a little longer to become I wouldn't say today I'm not making effort anymore.
No, but sometimes it does happen that what we are told in Murli, and we think I must do that way, So where, when, how, that we have to kind of figure out, and then we become sensible. Okay, well, congratulations.
Anyway, we'll have wise thoughts to add and conclude our effort for tomorrow. Thank you very much, Mohini Didi. And yes, I'll try not to dream of mangoes tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, Truben?
Yeah, I'm here. Eric, did you get your selfie with Baba today?
I don't know, in the subtle world.
Yeah, in the subtle world.
Sister Mohini, maybe someone told me she should not use an iPhone, but maybe a Samsung instead of Samsung. Samsung phone. Yeah, and take a selfie.
Okay, so could we have the root sanskara up, please, on the slide? Yeah, so as you've been hearing today, in preparation for tomorrow, Sister Mohini and Eric were talking about maturity, and what I captured from the conversation is that maturity is when we belong and we receive and we share our lives together. It's a spiritual maturity. Spiritual maturity is to be sensible and play our parts responsibly and naturally, to emerge our full potential of our part, to maximize resources and time, using them responsibly or effectively while growing in loving relationships and easy communication. So that is what I took from what Sister Mohini was saying as a description of maturity. And this root sanskara of maturity, the three aspects which would match sensible, responsible, and stable would be the secret smile of an elder, maturity. We think of an elder, a matured elder. They usually speak with body language and usually a smile. The second is thinking of a grandfather. And of course, Brahma Baba is the great grandfather. So seeing with kindness as a grandfather, but at the same time, grandfathers are very responsible. So Brahma Baba was that. And then there was this playful nature, this playful side to Brahma Baba's personality. And when people talk of his playful side, it's really very lovely to hear them. And I'll share one experience at the end. And so let's look at Brahma Baba's secret smile. And you know, there's usually there's a song actually. It's called "A Certain Smile," and I think rather than putting secret, I put certain, but it was accurate. So Brahma Baba had a certain smile that conveyed a close and intimate connection with each one individually. His smile, I think, when I go to Baba's room and I sit there, the first thing he does is smile with me. And that's his picture. That's his living translate. So when he was in Sakar, I'm sure that experience was the same. His smile was like a fleeting glance that conveyed so many lovely things. And it was as if he knew why our hearts would sing when we were in his company. And that's why Baba's room is so special, because our hearts sing when he smiles when we enter his room. And that's how I see that secret smile of an elder, that he's so sensible and we go there to get answers. And then there is this look of maturity on his face, as well as that smile. And it conveys a very sweet and soft message. You know, you never go to Baba's room and he's upset with you. And the way he communicates with us in his room, it's like he's communicating in a very soft and a very gentle way. He's getting us to get his signal then of what he wants us to do. And it's like going into your grandfather's room at that time to see him. And so it is as though he embraces us totally as his clan, as his a part of who he is. And then the third is his playful nature. And this is all within the realm of maturity, I think. But before I go into the playful nature, I think Brahma Baba's maturity was so essential and still is to the yagya, because someone whose maturity is like the glue in the family, that they are able to bring people together, because not that they call people together, but because people are naturally attracted to go to them. And so they have this attraction, this spiritual charisma that pulls people. And so I think Brahma Baba had that attraction in which he was pulling people from all over to be with him. And that's a sign of maturity of an elder, of a grandfather. And then his playful nature was that he always appeared to be lost in the depths of churning, the depth of the ocean. And as people would say, 1 minute his features would be that he would be lost in this deep churning of gyan. And the next minute, he would be playful and entertaining the children. And the combination of these two qualities actually exuded this spiritual charisma that we were talking about. But spiritual charisma is actually a very pure innocence that he exudes. And Sister Mooney was saying there was this little child. Well, Eric asked a question, and she said he always had this little picture of Krishna, and he always saw that little child in him. And so I thought that brought out the playful nature. And the story I wanted to share before we go into the quote was that Sister Mohini would know it was her friend, and I think it's because of her I'm still in New York, because she will never come back. And that's Sister Rosie. Now, Sister Rosie, I think it's of Sister Mohini's generation when they all came to Baba. So they were a generation younger than the Dadis, of course. And she would share this beautiful story with us. And she said that at the time she came, that movie Sangam was out. And there's this song that the woman in the movie, the actress in the movie, sang. And it seems as though her husband was a little bit older than she was. And so she sang this song. How does it go in Hindi? Mai kya karu Ram, mujhe buddha mil gaya. And it means, what has happened to me, oh God? I am now with an older man. And she says that she would sing and she would dance in front of Baba, and Baba would be in hysterics. Baba would be laughing when she would do this. And I once asked her, I said, weren't you body conscious to do that? She said, no, because Baba would be so happy and she would sing this song, and that's how she would, entertain him. And he would respond to that with such, in a way that made her feel that, of course, he was her father. Of course, he was playful with her and that playful nature. So, I wonder, Eric, if we were to sing a song for Baba, what would that song be? That to get him dancing with us, or to get him into that playful mood with us. So maybe that's something we could reflect on in terms of maturity, all three of these. But if I had to play with Baba, how would I play with him? How would I bring out that playful nature in him? And that might be something nice. Okay, so could we have the quote now? And so the quote for tomorrow is actually something that is showing a lot of maturity, and that is in his writings to himself, Baba was saying he was contemplating and he was asking himself, what is certain for you? Leave your expectation of things would be certain. What you actually are is truth. And I think this embodied the true core of maturity, is that when you are mature, nothing is certain, but at the same time, you don't have any expectations, because what you end up with is being your true self. And so I think that as we are churning this tomorrow, I would ask you to maybe also, especially if you're journaling, ask the question, what is certain for you? And when I asked myself that question, the immediate answer was Baba. Baba is the only certainty that I have. So we'll enjoy again, and we'll have a wonderful time on our journey as we crisscross each other on this journey that we're on, discovering our secrets and seeing our secrets. Thank you.
Welcome to Avyakti Journey.
मीठा मधुबन देख के बाबा याद तुम्हारी आती है मीठा मधुबन।
जब साकार में बाबा थे तो भी अव्यक्त थे, साकार में होते कभी बाबा को साधारण तरीके से नहीं देखा। क्यों ब्रह्मा बाबा रात्रि को 9 बजे क्लास में आता था, पूरे 10 में 2-3 मिनट पहले बाबा कहते अभी गुड नाइट। लास्ट में भी बाबा ने गुड नाइट किया। उस दिन बाबा जल्दी क्लास में आया था। क्यों बाबा को पता था ड्रामा ऐसा बना हुआ है। रात को जल्दी क्लास में आया था। जल्दी क्लास से छुट्टी लेके कहा आज बाबा बच्चों से छुट्टी लेता है। वंडर है ये। 18 जनवरी बाबा ने रात के क्लास में कभी नहीं कहता था छुट्टी लेता हूं, कहता था गुड नाइट बच्चे। तो मैं पहले नई नई बाबा के पास आई थी। जब नई नई बाबा के पास आई थी तो बहुत लगन से आई थी। एक बारी बाबा ने देखा तो ये बच्ची तरफ रही है बंधन में, तो पीछे के दरवाजे से लौकिक बहन आई। बाबा ने संदेश भेजा, लौट शक्ति, देश अपने क्यों बुलाया है ओम को। मेरी तबीयत बहुत असर, इस बाबा के लगन में टीबी हो गई थी। डॉक्टर कहे कोई दवाई लो, मैं कहा दवाई मेरे पास, तेरे पास है नहीं, मेरी दवाई जो है न भगवान के पास है। तो इतनी लगन थी, मैं बाबा के पास कैसे जाऊंगी। तो ऐसे बाबा को मेरी खींच हुई, उसको भेजा, यहाँ बैठी, लौट शक्ति, देश अपने क्यों बुलाया है ओम को। ऐसे 3 बारी बोल के चली गई। उसी रात को ही मैंने 11 बजे, घर में सब सो गए थे, मैंने पीछे के दरवाजे से भाग गई। पीछे के दरवाजे से भाग गई, सीधा स्टेशन पर नहीं गई, कोई मुझे पकड़ के लेके न जावे, दूसरी स्टेशन पर चली गई। पत्र लिखा, समझो जानकी मर गई, भाग के आ गई। फिर मैं जब आई बाबा के पास, तभी बाबा टेबल पर, जैसे टीचर टेबल पर बैठ जाता है ना, टेबल पर बैठा था, स्वास्तिका निकाल रहा था, चक्कर की बात। तो मुझे कहा जनक, तभी से बाबा ने कहा जनक आ गई। तो मैंने रोया, मैंने कहा आ जाओ बच्ची। मैं नहीं आएंगी, आप आओ लेने के लिए। बाबा यहाँ से उठ के मुझे लेने के लिए आया, प्यार किया। मैंने कहा आपने इतना मुझे, अभी आप कौन हो बाबा, इतना मुझे, कितना गीता पढ़ती थी, मेरे को मार देते थे। गीता पढ़ रही हो, दादा लेखराज को याद कर रही हो, बताओ क्यों गीता पढ़ रही हूँ। बाबा मेरे सामने बैठा है, उनको दिखाती थी मैं गीता पढ़ रही हूँ, गीता पढ़ती नहीं थी, बाबा की याद में चली जाती थी। तो बाबा ने एक बारी सामने आया, हजूर कुछ हुक्म है, हजूर कुछ। मैंने कहा, मुझे शर्म आया, बाबा कहे हजूर कुछ हुक्म है। तो कहा बच्ची सदाई हाँ जी कहा है ना, तो हजूर को तुम्हारे सामने हाजिर होना पड़ेगा। कोई नई बात हम नहीं कर रहे हैं, कुछ नई बात नहीं कर रहे हैं। एक श्रीमत पर चलने से सिर माथे पर बाबा का हाथ है। तो बाबा एक बारी क्या था, कमर सुंदरी देवता थी, वो ट्रांस में बहुत जाती थी। तो एक बारी अमृत वेले वो बाबा के सामने खड़ी थी। बाबा यहाँ खच्चा पर बैठा है, वो यहाँ खड़ी है, मैं यहाँ खड़ी हूँ। बिचारी को परेशान कर दिया। ऊपर देखे, वो बाबा कैसा है, तो ये भी कैसे, वो कैसा है। तो मैंने कहा बाबा ये क्या कर रहे हो। कहा बच्ची को बुझा रहा हूँ। वतन में बाबा जो है ना, इतनी अच्छी सुंदर सीन थी। असर कितना समय वो बिचारी इतनी बाबा को ये थी स्थिति, साकार में होते अव्यक्त है।
साकार रूप को तज बाबा, अव्यक्त रूप को धारे हो। इस दिव्य रूप में भी बाबा मधुबन में आए पधारे हो। अमृत वे
Shanti. So it was Thursday Avyakti Journey, ancestors sharing, touched by an angel. So that was our Dadi Janki ji as an angel sharing the stories, and it was perfect matching of today's topic. So she was also sharing the story of Baba, where how he used to entertain children. Thank you, Vikti team, for bringing such a sharing from Dadiji. And now we'll remember Baba, take drishti, say good night and goodbye.
Om Shanti and good night. We are happy to be doing our homework together, and we all will pass with honor and become like Baba. Good night, everyone, and Om Shanti again. Om Shanti.